Ronnie, how you doing?
Yeah, good, yeah. Yeah, really good, yeah. Not bad.
Up for it?
I come here every year, you know, you're always up for it, whether it turns out how you would love it to turn out, it's another thing. So, but you just keep pitching up and see what happens, you know.
You've played a lot of matches this year.
Yeah, because obviously I haven't had to travel too much, you know, and it's allowed me to kind of go from one event to the next. Like there's a tournament, literally, you can play snooker every day now if you wanted to. So, and it's difficult when you're like having to travel from one continent to another to play and do that. But because it's obviously been stuck in one venue, it's allowed you to sort of be able to do that, I suppose. So this year it suited me to play, you know, and it was fine.
And it's exactly 8 months since you won the world title.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, no, doesn't seem, it's crazy, isn't it? You think 12 months, but yeah, it was only 8 months ago, so yeah, it comes around pretty quick.
And how's your game?
Game's never great, to be honest with you. I'm always never satisfied, but I suppose that's just the nature of the beast sometimes, isn't it? You know, you're always looking to squeeze a bit more out. But you know, in general, you know, it's been an okay season, you know, and I've enjoyed it and pretty much done it on my terms. So yeah, it's felt good.
Never great. You are a 6-time world champion.
Yeah, I know. When I look back, I think you know, I could have probably won 10 if I'd have found some little bit of consistency, or you know, hadn't wasted 7, 8, 9, 10 years of my career. But listen, you know, nothing's ever plain sailing. So you know, I'm like I said, sometimes I was just happy to get one at one point. So to get 6 is, I'm pretty comfortable with that sort of achievement in a way. Yeah.
If you won it again, it'd be 20 years since the first one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 2001, wasn't it? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, my first one. Yeah, so that'd be great. Yeah, 20 years stretch, 2 decades. Yeah, listen, I might not win it this year. Could possibly win it the year after. You know, as long as I'm enjoying playing, you've always got a chance. I suppose it's just a tournament at the end of the day. You know, just got to try and get it right over this little period. You know.
And loads of people asking, if you won it again, it'd be 7, matching Stephen Hendry. Do you even think about that?
No, I'm not. Just not even driven by that at all, really. You know, I just come here. It's just like it gets me out of the house. I enjoy the travelling, enjoy the lifestyle of playing. I do. You know, if I lose first round and I'm playing well, I'll be disappointed. If I lose first round and I'm not playing so well, I'll be thinking, you know what, sweet touch. Do you know what I mean? Because it's a long time to struggle at this tournament. So, you know, if things go well here, it's fantastic. If they don't, I'm not the type of player that's going to want to grind out, you know, any event, you know. So yeah, I just see, as the tournament progresses, I kind of get a feeling for what's going to happen, and just try and judge it as well as you can, you know.
And in this crazy world we're now living at the moment, does it feel like a bit of a holiday for you? Coming up here, you seem really relaxed.
Yeah, I've always said that as long as my lifestyle's great, I don't mind doing anything. You know, if someone said you've got to paint walls for a living, as long as the life's good, I'll do it. You know what I mean? But if the lifestyle's not great, then I'm not. It doesn't matter how much I love something, I'm not going to want to do it. So I've always, when I've gone to tournaments or travelled, you know, I've always made sure I eat good food, I do my training, you know, I have nice company, and then for me, then, you know, I got to hit a few balls, you know, big deal, you know. But if none of the other stuff was in place, then I wouldn't do it, you know. I'm a bit of I like my not luxuries as in, you know, I've got to stay in the best hotel, you know. You can see I wear like a £10 watch, an old £5 t-shirt, I've got a pair of 20, you know, I'm not you know, that type of thing. I just mean I like the things I enjoy, so as long as I've got a good running route and someone to run with, that's a real big tick in the box for me. As long as I've got some home-cooked, good fresh food, another massive tick. As long as my pillows and my bed's kind of comfortable, and hotels, got friendly staff, another big tick. The rest of it, doesn't really mean much to me, you know. So they're the 3 real important things in my life. And from start of my career to like now, I've always made sure that I've had them in place, you know, and then everything else, it's sort of like, that's what I do at home and how I live at home, so I don't see why that should change while I'm on the road, if that makes sense.
And it's brilliant for running around here.
Yeah, we was up in the Fells this morning, you know, so we park up just a little bit outside on the edge of Sheffield, and we run through the park, and we end up out into just to the edge of the peaks, and it's all uphill for like 3-4 miles, so it's tough. But it's good, you know. That's what I love. That's why I get up in the mornings, 6:30, 7, and I'm just can't wait to get the trainers on and get out the door. So, yeah, no, fantastic. For me, I get bored at home running the same route. So when I'm travelling, that's one of the excitements of getting away, is that I get to explore different places to run, and with different people as well. You know.
So you've got the stamina for 17 days.
Oh yeah, stamina's not a problem. I've always been snooker fit even when I was a kid, and obviously the bit of exercise that I do, I'm sure it kind of, in some ways, I'm not saying it helps when you play snooker, but I think for 45 I feel okay, you know, and I look okay, and I think that's all you can hope for as a human being, is to try and stay in as good a shape as you can for as long as you can. And yeah, I don't feel so guilty about eating some of the wrong food sometimes, you know. I can have a little bit, you know, that's my little bit of my vice. So yeah, as long as I keep the running up, I can indulge a bit more in the food.
Great to have crowds back.
Yeah, listen, like I said, you know, whatever, if you have the crowds, no crowds, honestly, it doesn't make any difference to me. But I think just it'd be nice, I suppose, for the players, officials, or sport in general, just people that want, you know, yeah. But it doesn't make a difference to me. But yeah, it's good. If everybody's happy with it, I'm happy that they're happy.
Well, it'd be nice to win a 7th world crown now in front of crowds, wouldn't it?
I'm not really, honestly, like I said, it's always been a bit of an anti-climax for me. Like every tournament, every World Championships I've won, you know, I've always enjoyed the after party, and then the next morning you get on and you go, is that it? You know, it's always been a bit of an anti-climax, you know. It's like, yeah, world champion, but yeah, I've never really kind of had the same enthusiasm that everybody else seems to have about it. Do you know what I mean? It's sort of like just a game of snooker for me, you know what I mean?
I don't know what you mean. I've never been a world champion.
Yeah, I wish I could get excited about it, you know, and that's probably the shame. It's like when you've got a nice car, you know, you drive this car, but everybody else that gets to look at it appreciates it. Oh, that's lovely. But when you're sitting in it, you don't really actually see what other people are seeing. So when you're playing snooker, you kind of like, you don't actually get the buzz. I suppose if my son was doing it, I'd be more excited for him than he probably would be for himself. So it's just a strange one, you know. It's like when you've been doing something, it just becomes the normal, I suppose, in the end, you know. So yeah, don't get excited too much by it.
6-time world champion's not a bad normal.
Yeah, no, but I wish it meant more to me in many ways. You know what I mean? It's sort of like, I don't know. I've had a bit of a love-hate relationship with it, and I think sometimes just playing is an achievement in itself. Yeah. You know, it's not an easy sport, snooker, and sometimes you go through a lot of highs and a lot of lows, and in the end you just go, I don't want any more highs, but then you can't have the lows. So you kind of like neutral out and just kind of go, you know what? I'll just stay in the middle, which is, it's a little bit more easier to live with, I suppose, in many ways.
So as a final question, you don't love the game, you don't hate the game at the moment, you're just in the middle.
I just like the lifestyle. Yeah, I like the lifestyle that snooker brings me. I get to travel, I get to go to different places. If I had something better to do, I probably would. So, you know, at the moment it just ticks a lot of boxes for me in a lot of areas. So as long as it keeps doing that, then I'm happy to keep playing.
Well, on behalf of Betfred, you have been a brilliant champion this year. And please turn up at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I'll be here at 10 o'clock tomorrow. I'll be up at 6:30 doing my run, fresh as a daisy, mate. So you ain't got to worry about me turning up. I'll be there.
Well, the very best of luck, and I hope you have a run to the final.
Lovely, thank you. Cheers.
Betfred, proud sponsor of the World Snooker Championship.